There is something that has changed my life radically, and it's basically having an actual routine to life. I was kind of anti-routines. I was kind of like anti having something structured to do throughout my whole day. Though I'm autistic, I was like, no, why having an actual routine? Why just not living accordingly how you feel at the moment and stuff? But girl, if all you're feeling at every single moment is sadness and anxiety, is you wanting to lay on your bed and sleep and look at you through your phone and scroll and scroll and scroll because that's everything you allow yourself to do and to feel, how are you expecting to have a routine or expecting to having a good, like, amazing life if what are you allowing yourself to be is literally nothing? My whole day was so different each day. I did not want it to be stuck with the same thing. And also I was lazy, let's be honest. I was lazy as fuck. I did not want to get out of bed in the morning and do things. I did not want to do it. Also because the routines that I mostly saw on media was like waking up at 5 a.m, having this amazing breakfast with its only vegetables and like this weird smoothie, and then go to the gym for like 5 hours and then come back and like shower and stuff. God, I even feared shower. How was I expecting to follow these routines? But routines is more than that. Honestly, routines is just something that you feel comfortable doing every single day that just feels you and makes you feel good. However, routines changed my life completely. Now I feel I'm a more high vibrational being. Now I feel happier. Now I have healthier habits for myself. What has actually started my journey to having routines and to changing and being like completely different at how I was before was this one video from the Wizard List. I think it was called something like how to stop being lazy or stuff like that. I'll link the video. It's amazing. The Wizard List, oh wait, it just makes me just feel so motivated. It was, I think, at night. I was watching this video. I was not at a low point of my life. I wasn't really like a low point, but I was like a low energy point, I guess. And I was watching this video and suddenly she said something like, hey, you go clean right now. You deserve to have like a clean room and stuff. And I was like, it's true. I just got up from my bed. I went to clean my room. Like it was maybe like 10 p.m. I was not going to deep clean my room, but I cleaned my room a little bit. So there's something inside of me that flipped and was like, you know what, I'm gonna create a routine. So the first thing I did was thinking of my highest self version. So what is the highest self version? And the highest version that you can be right now, that you think of, is just this amazing thing you want to become. So for me, that meant having a healthier lifestyle, doing things that were in alignment with what I want to do in the future and with what I want to become, who I want to become. Stop looking at things of like I want externally. So like, for example, someone who is nice with people, someone who is inspiring to people or stuff like that. I look internally. I wanted to be a person that woke up and was able to enjoy the morning. I want to be someone who took care of themselves. For me, taking care of myself was also like having a good hygiene, having a clean space, a clean room, a clean mentality even. Also doing things that I enjoyed doing and prioritizing myself, and also prioritizing what I wanted to do, like doing things for what I wanted to achieve. So if I wanted to achieve writing a book, then I'll do things aligned with that. So once you know kind of what you want to become, it's this weird game of like, instead of becoming and doing things that you're wanting to become that? What? You are doing things with the same mindset. So let me explain it to you. Let me give you a little example. Future me has this mentality of like every single day waking up and doing Pilates at the gym for like 20 minutes or like for an hour. Maybe I cannot do that right now, but maybe I can have the mentality of like waking up every single day, grabbing a mat or a blanket, putting it on my floor and doing it, even if it's just like with a guided video of like 5 minutes. It's not about doing exactly the same exact thing that your future self or highest self would be doing. It's rather having the mindset and having the will and having and taking like little steps to do that. A really important tip that helped me be consistent with this, it's about thinking of like, if my higher self would be doing this, then do it. If my higher self wouldn't be doing this, then not do it. It's not every single step. It's not like if you mess up something or you do something that your higher self wouldn't be doing, or you have to do something right now that your higher self wouldn't be doing, that you shouldn't do it. It's just more of the million things of like, for example, my higher self, I know she likes to use her phone, and I know she uses her phone specifically for social media, like posting on Instagram, be filming vlogs on YouTube and filming stuff, and like contacting with friends. But I know my higher self isn't scrolling on TikTok for 5 hours. Every single time I would catch myself at first scrolling through TikTok, I was like, no, my higher self wouldn't be doing this. I closed the app. It's for the better, because my higher self wouldn't be doing that. And if your higher self does it, good for your higher self. If your higher self spends 5 hours on TikTok a day, it's your higher self. My higher self doesn't do that, so I don't do that. There's a lot of times where I find myself like not knowing what to do. So there's times where I just sit and like, what the heck should I do now? These moments where I didn't know what to do, where I was boring or stuff, you can ask yourself the question, what would my higher self do? What hobbies does my higher self have? My higher self reads and writes and journals and likes doing content on YouTube. And my higher self dances even more than I dance now. And my higher self likes to listen to music, likes to do yoga, likes to talk with friends. So I picked one of those things and did it. If I cannot do one, I could do the other. Here's another thing. Please, 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 please. This doesn't mean that on days that you need to rest, you shouldn't be resting. You should be resting. At least I had to learn that. Because it's not that my higher self doesn't rest, it's just my higher self, she isn't lazy. Lazy doesn't equal to resting. I used to struggle with that a lot, like thinking that whenever I was resting, I was being lazy. That's not true. You need to recharge your energy. If you don't recharge your energy, you're just never going to have energy to do anything. You have to rest. I know my higher self listens and rests whenever her body needs it. So whenever I would catch myself on bed, because I was being lazy, because I had the energy or stuff, but I didn't know what to do, or I just basically wanted to grab my phone and just scroll, I was like, no. And I did other things. If you're resting on your bed, or you're like on TikTok, or you're like on any app scrolling and consuming content, or like having these things that your higher self wouldn't do, rest. Resting is so important. What becoming my higher self version has helped with me with. So like outside-ish, I don't know how others see me. I don't care about how I'm being seen. I'm feeling great, and that's amazing. Mornings for me were just like picking up my phone and starting scrolling with it. Mornings for me now, whenever I wake up, I wake up like really early. It's not like I immediately get up. I don't do that. I don't have the ability to do that yet. I lay a little bit on my bed, maybe grab my phone, but I don't scroll. I just look at the hour, maybe check if anyone has texted me, and then just wake up, stand up, and then I go brush my teeth. And then I go do yoga, and then I have lunch, and then just like it repeats the circle. And in an hour and a half, I'm done with my routine. I feel so good, and I feel ready for the day. And every single day is different. Every single day I have like a different activity to do. There's days that I have nothing to do, but every single day I do my routine before, and I feel good. Actually, I think there's something I need to mention as well. Is that having a routine and creating a habit, it's more than just doing it every single day. It's about being able to do it, and if you're not able to do it, being okay with the fact and not stopping doing it. There's days that I just want to lay in bed, and I can allow myself to lay in bed because I know the next day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna do yoga. It's like having this routine is also about finding the balance between days where you're feeling like I want to stay in bed and pushing yourself to go do that thing, and days where you want to stay in bed and you allow yourself to stay in bed. But how can I be my higher self if my higher self is doing so many different things from what I'm doing right now? Or I don't have the means to do that thing. Where I think the most important thing is the mindset. In order to be in a line with who you want to be or who you are, sure, you can do things, for example, me doing yoga every single morning, but also about the mindset. Because at the end of the day, your higher self version is more than the actions that they do. Because my higher self version, sure, they do yoga, but it's also the mentality. They're confident. So now I adopt the mentality of being confident. Because if I don't adopt it now, how am I expecting it to adopt it later? Things like what do they eat every single day? What do they think about? Who do they talk to? One also really important thing when you're trying to be in this mindset of like changing yourself, like more than changing is like transforming yourself and like being your highest self and stuff like that, is being like surrounded by things that inspire you and like motivate you. For me, that for example is like on YouTube, like the type of content that I consume. It's all about what your highest self is. Just because I do this doesn't mean you have to do something. Nonetheless, I changed what I consumed to things that are more in alignment to who I want to become. So now I watch like vlogs that are cute and like just vlogs, and like now I watch lifestyle content, spirituality content. I liked watching them. It's not like I don't like watching them and I'm forcing myself to do it. I like them and they're more in alignment to who I want to be and what I like and what I enjoy and stuff like that. It's like for me that's the important thing. So motivation also came for me to just, in a weird sense, starting to think of like I am my highest version self and like starting to do things that my highest self would do. It's manifesting in more things than my highest self is doing. Motivation of myself. Like just waking up and thinking like, right now I don't think it's so much, it's more a routine, a habit of mine, but when I was starting like to have a routine, I was like, my highest self would do this, my highest version would do that, and actually doing it motivated me. Like thinking of like my highest self doing that thing and how much it filled me, it filled them, like my highest version, it filled me like with emotion and happiness to do that thing. Another thing that I had to deal with when starting like changing my life in a sense of like doing routines and stuff like that was my thoughts. My thought process tends to have like a little judge that criticize every single part of me, criticize every single thing that I'm doing and stuff, and it motivates me at the end of the day a lot. So I also had to deal with thoughts of anxiety and low days. So I want to talk a little bit about that. First of all, with low days, allow yourself to have a low day. There's days that I was so low in emotion, days where I did not want to just read a book and be in silence without my phone and stuff like that, days where I just wanted to watch a long YouTube video of tarot, or days where I just wanted to watch a movie or a show, days where I just wanted to scroll on TikTok. And I allowed myself to do that, because forcing yourself to not be on a low point will make you at the end be on a low point. It's important to deal with those low days, not as if you're going to fall back into those habits, but as for today, because I'm feeling low, and then tomorrow that I'm not going to feel low, I work through it and I keep doing my thing. Also, another tip with these low days, when you're showering, grab some salt, rub it. You can even make a scrub with like some salt, I think it was honey or lemon, I don't remember, and like some herbs. Like mix it and scrub it throughout your whole body, and salt, and just wash it away, and you're clearing your energy. You can do other stuff like rituals like a bath, or you can do meditation, stuff like that. Work on the low days to just like leave those things away and let those things flow. And also another thing that I had to deal with is thoughts. So I'm still working to quiet the little judge that I have right here. It's important to kind of like detach yourself from those thoughts. You're not those thoughts. I even made it a little persona. Say hi to them. This is my thoughts. And I might look crazy, but whenever I'm having those thoughts, I make actually this motion. I actually make it someone was like telling me those things. And I kind of tell them to fucking shut up the fuck. So if one day I'm like, okay, but you should do this, you should do that, you're like not doing this perfect, you're not doing this perfect, or like you should do this, or like why are you laying, why are you being lazy, why are you not doing this, why are you doing that, you know what to do? Start doing this when you're hearing them and just look at it and be like, thank you. I know you have a reason to be here. I know your anxiety and you're my defense mechanism and you're like protecting me for something that can potentially hurt me, and I know you're doing this for my best, but I don't need you right now, so shut up please and leave. And they leave. Sometimes they quiet, sometimes you have to do this like 3 times, 4 times. Having a little persona, having a detaching yourself, like this is something that's like making me hear those things. It's not me. It's so much better. You're not your thoughts, specifically not the thoughts that you don't want. And when you're dealing with thoughts of like, this is not gonna work for anything and stuff, just kindly tell them to shut up. This is working for the best and you're doing your best, and that's amazing. Honestly, I can say anything that I want, but it takes someone's thoughts and mind to just flip and everything to click and everything to just connect and stuff. I've watched so many motivational videos. I watched so many videos on how to take better care of yourself, how to do stuff. There's times where like I was so serious about it, like times where I like woke up and like was serious about it for 2 days and then stopped doing it. And I forgive myself for not being able to catch up and do every single day. The most important thing is to just keep going and allowing yourself to be while pushing through what's the best version of you can be. Because just imagine it for a second. Let's take a deep breath together. Just imagine yourself. It's maybe been 5 years and you reached what you want to be in life. Like you reached and you're feeling good. You're feeling comfortable. You're feeling amazing. And you go on your day and like maybe you have like this, you maybe eat or maybe you do this thing in the morning. And then it goes to the whole day and then it just keeps going and the whole day is amazing and you end the day and you're feeling fulfilled and you're feeling like yourself, and throughout the whole day you're doing these activities and stuff, this amazing feeling of peace and just being in alignment and just feeling so good. That's the that's not the price, that's the thing that you can get, and that's the thing that you can get every single day. And I was like, I can do this and I can do this now. Something clicked on me and I started doing it. And it's not about all the times you failed, it's about the next time you try for it to be the last one. You have to try because it's working forever. And if that next time is not last time, it's okay, because it's not important about the last time that failed. It's about the next time that you pick on it and you pick on the habits and you know it's going to work forever and it keeps repeating. Because it's not about the last time. It's not about the times you failed. It's about picking yourself up and keep going. It's about keeping going, and it's about being in alignment. It's about feeling good and allowing yourself to feel bad as well. So that's kind of the message that I want to leave, and I feel really confident in what I said before in this last moment. So I'm going to leave the video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching this. I hope you enjoyed our little nice talk, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!